Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So today we are going to be working on installing a set of 8 rock lights from Mictuning. Now I've already opened the box a little bit. I couldn't wait and I wanted to take a peep inside. And today it's not going to be going on the Red Super DD. Right now we have a set of 12-piece rock lights we just installed on it in September, so it's not been very long. I didn't really want to pull these off, but I told Mictuning, if you go ahead and send me these, I'm gonna make sure I put them on a cool truck and we're gonna test them out and see how bright they actually are. So let's go ahead, take a look inside of the box and see what we got to work with. And if you haven't seen the last video on the tailgate shock, check it out. What kind of animal leaves their pumpkins in their bed of their truck from 3 weeks ago? Okay, so now let's take a look at what we got. Okay, here's the directions. So we got the directions, everything in here. Rock lights. That's a huge Bluetooth box. So I wonder if that will actually help with like the distance or whatever. I mean, that's a pretty good sized box. I think most of the ones I've usually worked with are about half that size. The packaging's pretty nice, and these are big rock lights. So it's got 6 actually in it. So I mean, that just shows that these are already gonna be brighter than your average cheap rock light, which, I mean, the quality seems there. These are pretty heavy. So I mean, it looks like we got double the normal LEDs than the cheap little ones that you find off Amazon, which they normally are just 3 little dots, a little cheap triangle, which look like this. So this just already shows that it's already better quality than most of the cheap ones that you guys usually get, or most people get, you know, or run. There's a good amount of weight to them. Got a big Bluetooth box. It looks like we have plenty of wiring to work with. The packaging, like I said, is pretty nice. Each of them are individually put inside of these foam little slits. So that's actually pretty neat. A lot of weight right there. And then we got these little rubber bushings, and these, I'm pretty sure, yeah, like most rock lights, the finished product will sit like this and they'll mount inside of your fender. Here's our little Bluetooth remote. I'm actually pretty excited to put these on. I've never actually installed a Mictuning or anything like that. So this is gonna be something a little bit different and pretty cool to test out and see how it works. So Isaac is about to pull in with his big lifted blue Chevy, which I think some of you guys will like this truck. I more wanted to install the lights on this instead of this Ford Ranger right here, because it wouldn't really make any sense for me to put it on something like this when I can put it on something a lot cooler. Plus, I didn't really want to remove the wheel, so it would be easier to get into it. So with this being all jacked up, there's plenty of room to install the rock lights without having to actually take the wheel off or anything. You just fit in there, put it in. So let me show you this truck real quick. There's the man himself, Isaac Spurgeon. Got the GMC grill, some headlights, a little bit of America going on over here. Let me show you this. Sheesh. So this is definitely going to help and be way easier to install rock lights on this. Like I said, plenty of room in there. Same thing on the front up here to be able to put those rock lights in on this truck. I definitely think this will help out the lighting and looks on this truck at night also. Run some blue lights or something like that. Like I said, after we get the rock lights put on, we'll be able to figure out or check out some of the features on it and see if we can do strobe and other things like that. But this is going to be pretty cool to install these on. So there's the rock light. Pretty bright. Oh, okay, it does strobes. Green, blue, orange. Another orange, yellow. Another orange, blue, purple. Hey, the white is actually white. That's actually, yeah, that's actually really impressive, because usually it's like a cheap, like faded blue, and that is a solid white. So that's actually really impressive. Nice. And here's the little settings on it. Strobe. So after testing it out, You got the positive and negative hooked up. It's got power now. Step it through the floor over here. So now we can run the Bluetooth box down here, hide it inside of the frame, and from there out we can actually start putting the rock lights in. So I think these are going to work out and be a lot brighter than what I initially thought they would be. I'm excited to get these on his truck and kind of see what they look like at night. And we can also compare them to my 12-piece rock light set versus this 8-piece, and you'll be able to kind of tell a difference and see and just compare them. So we got Isaac down there wiring it up, the rock lights to the Bluetooth box. We got both of these wired in. Pretty bright set of rock lights. So we got this side and this over here. She's looking like a spaceship kit. Oh, hit my head on the freaking truck. Yeah, but it's looking good overall for the rock lights. All we got left is the other two, and I think it's looking slick.
And there's another one.
So we're pre-tapping using the step bit so that we can run that wire through this hole so that we can hide it a lot better, so we don't got bare wires showing out underneath the fender. It'll hide it a lot better and look way cleaner. So this is where most of you guys will run into issues. It doesn't matter what brand of rock light, and it's not really even an issue with the rock light itself. If you don't have inner fenders, whether it be on the front or the rear, this old style right here, he doesn't have the little inner fender pieces. So instead of being able to take them out, run the screws through it, and just put the whole fender with the rock lights already installed back in it, you're having to install them through the thin metal in the bed, which I can show you. So we're having to drill through the thin metal in the bed, run the wires up inside the fender, and then down through the frame. But I mean, if you want to do it your own way, just the old-fashioned, run it through with wires hanging out, more power to you. But that's honestly, I think, the best way to do it. Just makes it look clean, and although it takes a little bit longer to do, I think it's a best way to go about it. But I mean, overall, these rock lights, it's not even completely dark yet out, and they're pretty bright. I'm gonna keep saying it over and over. You'll probably hear it 2 or 3 more times. That white on it is just, you just don't run into it very often where something is RGB and actual white. So these, I think, would technically be classified as RGBW because they actually have the true white. A lot of them rock lights will say RGB and just be white, have white, the option on the remote, but it's always an ugly light blue. So already impressed with those. We're done with this half right here. It probably only took us about an hour to put this side in, just slowly figuring things out. It probably would have been a lot faster if we would have had those fenders that were removable and able to put back in. Would have cut the time in half, but we're about to knock the other side out. I'd say we're probably total time going to be about 2, maybe 2.5 hours tops installing these 8-piece rock light kits. So obviously it's always going to go a lot faster with someone else helping you, and if you're doing it by yourself, it'll probably take a little more time, but I definitely am impressed with these Mictuning rock lights so far. I'm not going to put that in there.
Band.
I'm not going to put that in there. So we're going to run this clothes hanger through this side. It'll curl around. I'll tie a string through it, pull it back through, grab that string, tie it to the rock light, pull that back through, and call it good. I always have trouble finding the hole. Well, it's not reaching. There's something like that. It should have reached by now. So the clothes hangers all the way through. Took 2 clothes hangers combined to be able to reach. So both of them are together. I've now tied the string to that end. We're gonna pull the clothes hanger. Oh, well, if I can get it off now. Gonna pull the clothes hanger. Sometimes you gotta spit on it. So you pull the clothes hanger back through and you find the string. Sheesh. So this one's a lot easier obviously because it's on this end. So you just hook it through the hole, let it fall down, grab it on that end. I just got hit by an acorn. And feed it to that little guy down there. He looks really hungry. You hungry, little guy? Yeah, you want to make sure that the guy down there rips the crap out of the cord so it strips the plastic off it, so there's bare wires making contact, you know, on the metal. Okay, so that one's in there. Gonna pull this one through so that we can finish this rock light back here. And for those of you that are electricians, this is a actual something that they do to pass wire through conduit. So that's pretty neat. Sheesh, baby don't even got rust.
It really ain't rusty. I mean, well, granted, you'll find some rust here and there, but for it's a 96, 21, that's 26 years.
And here's a quick little tip before we get finished with this clip and we get into the edit and everything. For those remotes, I know a lot of you people probably lose them. This is a very handy idea that I learned from somebody. I can't remember, it was at a local truck show, something like that. But this is how he showed me not to lose your remotes. So what we have are these little Velcro things. You buy them from Walmart. They're sticky on the other end. You cut them to size, put them on your remote, put the other side there, and you will never lose a remote. I've had these for a few years and have yet to lose one. I mean, regardless, if you forget to put them back, obviously there's a chance of you still losing them and everything, but the chances are a lot less likely. So even if you do lose it though, Mictuning has an app, which the QR code is on the steps, and let me show you real quick. So right there, he's downloading the Mictuning app off of the Mictuning app and instructions. All he had to do was pull out his camera, and it took him directly to the app, and there he'll be able to access all the functions pretty much like on the remote, but on his phone. And that is actually pretty bright. So there's the app, and it's going to take him through the instructions, and since we're men, we don't really read instructions, so we're just going to flick right through it. So here you have the access to it on the map, or on the app. You can go through the settings and switch the functions on it. It has a little color wheel, and it's got a large variety of colors you can switch through, and it's got tons of different settings. It looks like these are custom settings. Oh, okay, yeah, so these are custom settings that you can make on your phone that'll hook up to the rock lights themselves. This is where you adjust the dimness and everything on it. So that's actually super sweet. I'm really impressed with the overall turnout of these rock lights. So Isaac, 2 minutes in his app, he custom made some lights, which I would not recommend running those on the street, but they do look pretty sweet. So it seems like the light spread on it is pretty even all around. Like I said, you're not gonna 100% cover all of your shadows unless you get 12 or more, but that's doing pretty dang good. So this right here is a 12-piece rock light on mine. This is obviously like a purplish pink, whatever. And mine has 4 more rock lights, but even then it's still pretty close on brightness. Like I said, if it weren't for that missing rock light on here, it would definitely be just as bright as mine. So I think that 8-piece is pretty well worth the quality, and I definitely recommend Mictuning if you were trying to run a set of rock lights and stuff on your truck.